Okay, we are into video 3 of the Home Climbers Workout series. You will have hopefully been through both video 1 and 2 and will be feeling fitter, stronger, more motivated, and obviously occupied back at home if you're not able to get out at the moment. So really hope this has been useful for you so far, and also you're seeing some of the training benefits from this as well. Now, we're kind of leveling things up again now and notching it up in terms of the intensity and difficulty. So remember, to do this video, you really want to progress through video 1 and 2 to be appropriate for this one. So if you haven't, go back to those links, follow those, complete those for the full week, get all exercises done, and then you can move into this video, because this really brings things up the next level. Reminders of how these sessions work is that I'm going to take you through a follow-on workout. So you're going to be doing this at exactly the same time as me. So we're going to do a full 20-minute high-intensity interval workout specific to climbing. I'm going to take you through a short 4-minute workout before this to kind of do a pulse raiser, get you warm, but I really do want you to have completed your own personal warm-up before this as well. So you need to be warming up forearms, shoulders, core and legs beforehand. I'm just more of a kind of emergency warm-up to add in to what you've already done. Next up is the kit that you're going to be doing in this session. It's very much based on what you have access to at home. So really simple stuff. I've got a pull-up bar behind me. I've got a portable fingerboard. This could also be a fixed fingerboard. I've got a TheraBand here. Don't forget you get them in different colors for different intensities that you can use. So this is our replacement of a cable machine that you might get in the gym. No weights are needed, but we do also need some sort of floor mat. So whether that's an exercise mat or a camping mat you could also use, or even maybe on a carpet at home, just something comfortable to lie down and sit on. Now, one thing I do want you to point you towards is that in the previous 2 videos and this one as well, is we're using this lovely tension portable FLASHBOARD. It's a portable fingerboard that we can use at the crag at home for warming up and training. Now we're going to be giving away this one in this video. So keep a watch out all the way through this video, because I'm going to tell you how to win this board in this video. You'll need to go into the comments section below to place your entry, and it's going to be the comment that receives the most likes that gets you your competition entry. So keep watching to learn how to enter into this competition. Last thing is you're going to want an exercise interval timer on your phone so that you can program it for 30 seconds on, 30-second off intervals all the way through. I mean, you could do it on a stopwatch, but it's just a lot easier with an interval timer. So let's get going with this exercise. I hope you've got a t-shirt, shorts, something we're going to get relatively hot. Bring some energy, and let's go into level 3 of this video series. Right, are you ready? We have our interval timer. It's programmed for 30-second intervals, and we're going to get going with our warm-up. So first one, jogging on the spot. Let's raise that heart rate. So 10 seconds warming, and we've got 5 seconds now, and we're going to be jogging on the spot, really raising that heart rate and getting warm, ready for this session. So nice jogging motion on the spot. You can go higher knees if you want to. You can pump the arms a lot more if you want to make it a little bit harder, or you can kind of go into a more vigorous walk with this exercise. So don't forget, this is really about just getting warmed up across your whole body, ready for this session, because you can be doing all the way from fingers through to your feet, whole body workout. Okay, next up is we're going to be going down to the floor, and we're going to be doing our mountain climbers. So find that nice press up position, pumping the feet. All the way through. Working the core, a little bit of stability in the shoulders as well. Really getting warmed up all the way across the body. Okay, good. Now let's just go arm specific and do these arm punches, hand punches, opening those fingers out all the way. Now, as I said in those other videos that we've done in levels 1 and 2, is that we want to be doing this workout around 2 times per week, but no more than 3. So this is not a high intensity workout to be doing 5 days a week, unless you're a highly trained really big history of training as an athlete, so just 3 times per week. And then finally, we're gonna be going through to our jump pull-ups on the bar, getting those arms warmed up for some climbing specific pull exercises, biceps, forearms, shoulders, a little bit of core, getting our work on this one. And I kind of guess lower body as well, because we're just pushing and jumping into those really nice low intensity warm-up exercise specific to climbing. I love doing these on a fingerboard as well, actually. 2, 1, and time. And we come back, second round, jogging on the spot. So remember that when we're doing any of these workouts, is you want to be completing some kind of sport-specific warm-up. It's really recommended in terms of the quality that you'll get out of the workout, as well as reducing injury risk. So it's not just this injury issue, it's also just getting the best out of your workout. Okay, down to the floor. We're going down to our mountain climbers. Nice straight body position, then pushing those legs through now. This exercise itself actually is a pretty good high intensity workout or interval to do. Really getting warm now. Heart rate up high. And time. And then punching those arms through. Open those fingers right out. Really exploring the range of motion in the shoulders all the way through. Don't forget, if you're going to be doing higher intensity fingerboarding like we are doing today, is make sure you've got some forearm specific warm up included as well. Last one, back on that bar again, or fingerboard. Might flip the grip around a little bit now and just do some jump pull-ups into the chin up position. Just working the biceps a little bit more now. And around that halfway mark, might flip into a wider grip position. Just work the lats a little bit more, just warming up. Again, you can also do this on the big positive edges on a fingerboard as well. Okay, so that's our 4-minute round robin of warm-up exercises. Out of breath now, ready to get involved with the session. I feel warm across all of the body, all the muscles involved with the exercises we're going to do now. If you don't feel warmed up and you don't feel prepared for a relatively high session, just increase that warm-up time. Press pause on the video, go away, do your warm-up and complete. We can get started that whenever you stop pause. There really is no rush in this, but it is important to make sure that you're fully warmed up because we're stepping up the level of intensity now. Okay, are you ready for this next session? Level 3, up another notch. Now with these exercises, we've got progressions built into every single one of the exercises you did in week 1. So all of them are harder. And then also in our rest period, or shall I say rest period, we have the fingerboard exercises that we're doing, both at that 3 or 4 out of 10 intensity, and then also that 7 out of 10 intensity. So this really is a continual loop of larger muscle group exercises that are more like your HIIT exercises, and then also your forearm specific fingerboard work, just to get that full body workout specific to climbing. Got my timer ready. I'm going to do a 10-second lead in, and then we're going to get straight into 30 seconds of our first exercise, which is our moderated bar hang with tucks in it. So if I start that now, got a 10-second lead in, and we're going to get going. Hope you're ready. Okay. So we've got a bar, and we're going to be doing our hang position here with our shoulders engaged, and from here is we're now going to bring into that tucked position. So bringing those knees up each time, rather than holding that disposition from last time. Make sure you keep those lats, shoulders engaged all the way through, bringing those knees up and controlling at the bottom of each one. Much harder exercise now. 2, 1, time, straight onto our fingerboard. Slide that across, take my half crimp grip position, and then we're aiming for that 4 out of 10 intensity relatively moderate, but I should be able to hold that position now continuously for my full 30 seconds. If it feels too hard, remember that you can moderate that hip position and make it feel easier, or use a different height chair as well. Okay, first one done. Now we're onto the press ups. So press ups on the ground. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring one leg out to the side, and we're gonna try and create a bit of imbalance as we do each of those press ups. So leg out, press up. So now we're working a lot harder on each press up and working the core at the same time. So a lot more of the stabilizing muscles or the core muscles involved with this exercise. So making it harder now. Back to our fingerboard. Central hold on that fingerboard. 7 out of 10 isometric contraction. Let's lock that down. So you can see I've got my feet on the ground. I'm not pulling myself off the ground, but I'm still moderating, so self-controlling to that 7 out of 10. Okay, swap sides. Really working hard on this one. Get a good grip position, comfortable grip position for you. I like to use a half crimp, then moving through. Right, next up is our squats again. So our squat position here is that we're going up, pushing out on one leg, down, pushing out on one leg, down, keeping those heels on the ground each time. Squatting over, squatting out of one leg, down low, squatting out of one leg. Really good, keep that grip position. It's not grip position. Okay, next up, it's back on the board. Through to our continuous hang, about 4 out of 10. It's good in this one here to have a little bit of chalk on the side as well, just to kind of keep your hands from sweating out. There's a fair bit of hanging time involved in this exercise. Okay, just breathing my way through this, feeling reasonably comfortable still. Okay, good, I'm off. Next up is I'm coming back to the locks on the bar. Next progression on this one now is I'm gonna go from right at the bottom of the hang, but still with shoulders engaged, is I'm gonna come up to 150, hold that for a couple of seconds, through to 90, through to 150, through to the bottom of the hang, but not totally relaxing, keeping those shoulders engaged, 150, 90. Off, back to the bar. Let's get our half crimp, pulling in. So as I said in that last video where we introduced this exercise, these long duration isometrics, really good exercise. You're working around 7 out of 10 in terms of intensity. Swap over, but not forget to do that. You can do these all the way up to 45 seconds if you were doing these as individual training sessions. Okay, through. Now I'm coming onto my calf raises. So with my calf raises now, when I get to the top of that single leg calf raise, I'm gonna be holding that position all the way at top for 5 seconds or so, swapping over and holding that contraction. So again, it's kind of going back down to those isometrics again. Swapping over, holding right at the top of that exercise. Okay, swapping over, back down to my bar. Both hands on, half crimp grip position, and hips just in the right position to moderate that intensity. Don't forget, if you start to feel this pumped this early on in the session, move those hips in. Try and find yourself a better position so you can maintain the right intensity. Good. Next exercise, back down the floor. And this one here is we had that tucked position that we were doing on the floor there, maintaining balance. This time is I'm gonna bring those hands up and you're gonna hold a little bit more of a strenuous position now. So it's gonna knock your balance off a little bit and it's gonna make you work on both the hip flexors and core a little bit harder. Holding through, 2, 1, down. Back onto our fingerboard. So really sitting in I like a 90-degree lock on this exercise. As I said in that last video, is you can definitely come down to a straighter arm position as well. I wouldn't advise going into a deep lock. Can be a little bit aggravating for the elbows, but likewise, you can do this exercise lower as well. You can see my feet are on the floor on this. It's perfectly legitimate way to train the forearm flexors. Okay, good. Next exercise is we're coming back to our bar again, and we're moderating on our shoulder shrug row exercise. So now we're going into that shrug, but we're completing that exercise all the way to the top. Relaxing, shrug, pull all the way through. Swap hands, shrug, pull all the way through. Shrug, pull all the way through. Off, back down to the bar again. And we're on 2 arms, aren't we? Almost forgot which one I was on then. So 2 hands, half crimp grip position. Just keep breathing through that. Really try and relax the forearms as much as possible. I know this is quite a hard exercise. You might be feeling some levels of fatigue now, but don't over grip on this one. Try and do just enough to get you through it. Okay, next exercise is we are coming onto the TheraBand pull. So on this one here now, rather than coming through to the hip and down to the side, is we're now gonna bring one leg off, and we're gonna create more of a balance exercise in with this as well. So we're gonna work on the core a lot more on this one now. So leg out to the side, do it on the other side. So through to hip, through to the side, through to the hip. Okay, back on the bar, or back on the fingerboard rather, and holding that position. With that last exercise there, it's important to do that with a straight leg rather than a bent leg. It's quite a lot easier with a bent leg. So creating a straight leg on that one really adds into the difficulty of it. Okay, pulling in. Come on, really put the intensity in. Pulling through, good. Okay, last one, or second to last, is around the clock. So now we're on our tiptoes, so we're bringing our feet through, forwards and back. But now we're going to bring our hands above our head to really make the balance element of it much harder. So I'm really struggling with this one now. Through. Really good for the ankle stability. Okay, I only did one side there, should have got a bit quicker on that one. Okay, last run, back round again. 2 fingers on a flashboard. 4-finger crimp, half crimp. Breathing my way through that. You can see also as well as I'm not totally relaxed on my shoulders. I'm still keeping those shoulders relatively engaged. And I've got straight arms. All the way through, good. Okay, last exercise is back down to the plank. And a moderated exercise on this one again is from here. Is in our standardized plank position, is we're now gonna bring one hand up and one leg up, back down, one hand, one leg. So you've got a balance and strength and conditioning exercise at the same time. I'm not that good at this one. You can see I've got a bit of a wobble on. Okay, so that is round 1. So that's our first 10 minutes completed, and we're going to be going on to a second round now. Now, I think now's probably a good time to tell you about our competition as well, to win the flashboard behind me. So, rules are for entering the competition is it's 1 competition entry per person, and all you need to do is put in the comments below this video and tell us about a particular household item that you found in this year with, our lockdowns and a lot more activity doing at home that you think is that kind of unknown, unsung household item that's been really useful for your training. Is it something from the kitchen? Is it something from the bedroom? Is it something from the attic? Tell us what you found and what you found useful. The comment with the most likes wins the flashboard behind me. Okay, we should get on with the next round. Second 10 minutes now, so you've had a little break there. Hopefully got rid of the pump a little bit. on that exercise. We've got another 20 seconds before we go again. And that's round 2 now. So second round, really putting the quality in. I know you're gonna feel a little bit of fatigue now, but let's get stuck into that. So we've got 10 seconds before we go into our hanging dish tucks on the bar. So a little bit of chalk if you need it. Prep your bar. Get ready for this one. And we're gonna do that full tuck position on the bar. So bringing those knees up each time, keeping those shoulders engaged, not hanging in that totally relaxed position, and trying to control those knees each time. Ooh, I can feel a little bit of shakes now. Getting a little bit of fatigue. And down onto our board or our fingerboard. And I'm gonna do a 2-arm grip position on this one to start with. Nice and low intensity. Just get that full continuous hang going all the way. And just breathe through it. Really good, come on. Just stick with it. Not long to go now on this set. This is round 2, okay, good. Next exercise, back down to our press ups. So press ups again, remember, we have that full press up, leg out to the side, down, leg out, down. So good, really control the core, through, good. Okay, back onto the forearms again. I might have to shake that forearm out this time. Ready for the next one. So 7 out of 10. Putting some quality in here. Long duration isometrics. Keeping that, maintaining that grip position all the way through. Okay, swapping over. Don't know why I'm shaking out the other arm. I'm gonna go back onto that in a second. Come on, really put that F in. Okay, good. Swapping over now to our squats. So nice deep squat, rocking over that side and pushing out. Deep squat, rocking over, pushing out. Deep squat. Remember, heels down. Each time, not rocking up onto those toes, pushing out. Nice deep squat, rocking up. Nice deep squat, rocking. Okay, that's the last one. Back onto the 2-finger hangs. Breathing through that. Remember that if you want to change that intensity on your fingers, you're going to have to move that box or that chair that you're weighted on in and out to be able to change that intensity. You can also use your hips as well to change that intensity. Really breathe through it. Good. Okay, next exercise, we're on to our locks. So, 90-degree lock. Let's start. Coming down to 150. Then down to the bottom, but not totally relaxing. It's not keeping the shoulders still contracted. Back to 150. Back to 90. And down. Okay, back on our board. 90-degree lock. This one feels hard after doing that, so I might drop that down a little bit straighter. Okay. Oh, it's getting really hard. Okay, swapping hands. Really maintain that quality, 7 out of 10. Okay, good. Right, next one is down onto our calf raises. So 1 foot, raising up, holding that lock, or not lock, but contraction right at the top, and down, pushing up. Good, hold that, and down, swap, right to the top. You're really up onto tiptoes, pushing out, and down. Okay, next exercise, back onto the 2-fingered hangs. Nice and low intensity, let's keep building that pump up. Remember to keep those shoulders still in control, still contracted. A little bit rotated back on these hangs. And let's just get through these last few sets. Come on, not long to go now. Really dig in. Good, that's it. Stick with it. Okay, right, back down to the floor. And our tucks. So 90-degree position on the legs there, and bringing your hands up above our head. Find that position of balance, contracting the abs, and hold that position. That's good. Really hold that position. Breathe through it. 5 seconds to go. Come on. Good. Okay, back up onto our single arm hangs. Oh, this right arm's feeling it now, I can tell you that. Come on. All the way through. 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay. Come on. Holding through. All the way through. Good. Okay, back onto the shoulder shrugs and rows. So feet up, relaxed, shrug that shoulder in, pull all the way through. Down, relax, shoulder, pull into that lock. Swap over, relax, retract shoulder, pull in. Down, contract shoulder, pull in. Okay, time. Now back on the 2-arm hangs. Really not long to go now. So 3/4 or so through. Just keep with me on this now. That's it. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep that grip position consistent as well. Really control all the way through it. Come on. Stick with it. Come on. Good. Next exercise is we're on to the TheraBand. So leg out, straight, pulling down to the hip, pulling down to the hip. Keep that shoulder back each time. This one actually feels a little bit like doing that no hands climbing on the wall in terms of how you can have to control your core and your balance. I like this exercise. Feels easy or looks easy, but it's a little bit harder than you think. Okay, back on the board. 7 out of 10, come on. Put that quality in. Nearly done with this now. Really close to the end. 2 more exercises after this. Keep that quality in, come on. Okay, swap it over. Come on. Keep breathing. 2 more seconds, come on. Good, okay, last exercise, or penultimate exercise. Up on the toes, hands above, and round the clock. So to the side, to the back. So much harder when you get hands above your head on this. Balance so much trickier. A better ballerina would find this easy. But super useful to us as climbers. Okay, through. Okay, last one on the 2-finger, 4 or 5 out of 10 hang. Okay, we're on the home straight now. Last one, just breathe through it. Keep that nice steady position. Hold it through. Come on, not long to go. Come on. Good, last one. Last exercise, down the floor, plank to glory. Okay, suck it in for this last one now. So opposite hand, opposite foot. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Keep that core controlled. Keep that head, nice neutral position. Come on, not long to go. Keep it as steady as possible. Come on. Good. Okay, there we go. So that is our Level 3 climbers home workout. I'm pretty tired, feeling pretty pumped in my forearms. Had a really good workout, shoulders, core, and lower body, specific to climbing. And don't forget, we're looking at that around 2 times per week, up to 3 at an absolute maximum. And we will check in with you again next week because we'll have then a level 4 progression from this one if you can complete the level 3 progression. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, especially if you want to do the competition, and we will see you again here very soon.